Did you know that every time you ignore closing week protocols, you are risking about $30,000 in 3 months of your life? That's the average commission plus the time you'll waste if your sale implodes at the finish line. And the wild part here is that most sellers treat closing week like vacation week. They assume everyone else is handling things while they pack their boxes and daydream about their new place. Meanwhile, the loan officer is juggling 17 files. Yours is buried underneath some coffee-stained pile that's labeled "Deal with Later." Your title company is drowning in paperwork using your purchase agreement as a coaster. Oh, and don't forget, somewhere some criminal wearing pajamas is crafting a fake wire instruction that could vaporize your buyer's down payment. So here's what actually saves deals. I want you to treat the final 72 hours of this whole process like you're defusing a bomb while wearing oven mitts. Not because you're paranoid, but because everyone else is operating on what I like to call real estate time. It's like island time, where immediately means tomorrow, and tomorrow means maybe next week. The fascinating psychology of closing week is that everyone becomes their own worst version of themselves. The buyer who just loved your house and jumped through so many hoops to get it suddenly becomes Sherlock Holmes with a magnifying glass and a grudge. Or that charming couple who just gushed over your kitchen, well, now they're documenting the condition of your doorknob like it's a crime scene. The lender who pre-approved everything all of a sudden discovers urgent questions about a $3 Starbucks charge. Now, if you're looking for a trick to prevent lending disasters, here it is. Wednesday at 9 a.m., I want you to text your buyer. Hey, quick check. Can you confirm that your lender has cleared all conditions and you're approved to fund by Friday? And when they respond with anything vague, immediately follow with, please have your lender email written confirmation by noon tomorrow. This is going to force transparency while there's still time to fix problems. Loan officers respond to deadlines and not hopes. So your polite urgency is going to move your file from the middle of their pile to the top without making enemies. Now, let's talk about the secret weapon that attorneys use but never advertise. It's the power of being magnificently, gloriously boring, right? When everything is documented, organized, and confirmed in advance, closing day becomes about as exciting as watching paint dry in a beige room. There's no drama, there's no surprises or 3-hour delays while someone frantically searches for a missing document that turns out to be in the printer tray the whole time. Ask me how I know. Boring is beautiful when hundreds of thousands of dollars are on the line. Save the excitement for your victory dance in the parking lot. Now, one of the most expensive mistakes that sellers make during this week is assuming their home is going to speak for itself during the final walkthrough. Your house can't defend itself against a nervous buyer who's looking for problems like my kids look for their hidden Halloween candy. These buyers are going to test light switches that they've never noticed. They're going to inspect ceilings they've never looked at and suddenly develop really strong opinions about the water pressure in the guest bathroom that they might use twice a year. See, what you need here is evidence. The sort of evidence that makes it really clear everything worked before they arrived, because memories are pretty worthless at the closing table when somebody's asking for a $5,000 credit for a broken dishwasher that actually was just set to delayed start. Yes, that happened. Yes, I wanted to use some really colorful language. I saved it for the car.
No! God, please, no! No!
Here's a walkthrough hack that almost no one is going to tell you about, and it's going to solve all of the last-minute credit demands. Record everything the day before close. These are kitchen appliances. Make sure they're running. Show that the HVAC is responding. The toilets are flushing. All the doors are latching. And then I want you to take it to the next level and do a little bit of a genius move for it. I want you to email the video to yourself with subject line of pre-closing condition documentation or something memorable like that. That way it's time-stamped in your SEP folder and you sent it to them. So when buyers try to negotiate credits for existing wear and tear, you calmly reference the video showing everything working. One seller used this to save $4,000 when a buyer claimed that all of a sudden the HVAC system failed. 20 minutes of filming saved that guy 2 weeks of income. Now, what's absolutely nuts about real estate closings is that half of the people involved are completely winging it harder than I did when I had to get the girls ready for school and it was hair time. So your title company, they might be a well-oiled machine. Or it might be Sharon, who started last Tuesday and she's still learning the ropes. She's nice, but she thinks escrow is a type of bird. Your buyer's lender might be on top of everything, or they might be in Cabo posting Instagram stories while their out-of-office reply lies about being currently assisting other clients. This isn't cynicism, it's just the reality of the situation. We're human beings, so you need to operate on the principle that the only person who really cares about your closing is you. Well, you and whoever you owe the money to. And speaking of money, this is probably a really good time to talk to you about wire fraud. Last year, these absolute dirtbags made $2 billion, billion with a B, $2 billion intercepting real estate wires. They send emails that look exactly like the legitimate wire instructions, except the account number routes to their account instead of your title company in Chicago. So your buyer, they send their life savings thinking that they're buying the American dream, and 15 sad minutes later, it's converted to crypto and it's probably funding somebody's yacht in international waters. The speed is incredible, and it's almost impressive if the people behind it weren't just such trash. Never let your buyer wire money without this crucial verification step. Title companies are usually pretty good about this, but you need to be proactive here. 3 days before closing, I want you to send this exact message. Quote, security alert, criminals often send fake wire instructions. Before sending any funds, call your title company at the number from your original paperwork, not from any email, and I want you to verify every detail verbally by phone. Never trust emailed wire instructions alone. Follow up with them the next day. Please confirm you've spoken directly with the title company and have verified the instructions. I know that this paranoia seems crazy, but this paranoia saves you a payoff from ending up in the worst hands. Now, one cost we usually forget to account for is the emotional toll of a blown closing. It's not just rescheduling movers who charge by the hour and then seem to move in slow motion when they actually move. It's explaining to your kids why they can't start their new school on time. Have you ever tried explaining escrow to a 7-year-old? Or it's your spouse questioning whether you should have just hired an agent, as if an agent could have prevented your buyer from wiring their funds to a scammer in Bangladesh. It's lying awake at night wondering if the buyer will actually come back to the table, or if you're going to have to start over with the showings where people criticize your choice of throw pillows. It's why prevention beats repair every single time, just as much as flossing beats root canals. Here are 5 essential confirmation calls for closing week success. So let's pretend we're closing on Friday. Well, on Monday, we're going to get in touch with the HOA for documents. We're going to get in touch with the mortgage company for the payoff statement. And we're going to make sure the title company has us for their receipt timeline. On Tuesday, we're going to verify that title received all the necessary documents. Wednesday, it's your job to confirm final lender approval and updated payoff amount. Thursday morning, the title company is going to do their final checklist review. And on Thursday afternoon, you're going to verify the buyer's lender is ready to wire. Friday, before leaving home, I want you to confirm that the buyer's wire has arrived at the title company. Each call is going to take about 3 minutes, but it's going to prevent 3-hour delays. One missed confirmation call can turn your 9 a.m. closing into a 3 p.m. nightmare. Now that I've showed you how to defuse the closing week bombs, it's important to realize that some of the scariest explosives, well, they were armed the moment you signed your final signature. Many unfortunate home sellers have learned that one missed disclosure can become a subpoena with an expensive price tag attached. That's why I made this video right here. It's going to show you exactly which 5 legal landmines are buried in every FSBO sale and the specific paperwork that keeps you from stepping on them.